Hey, good evening. It's Saturday the 13th of September 2020, 6:32, and we've got the sheep on our land now to eat some of this corn on our front field. So I'm just going to head down there now and we're going to go and have a look. You can see the sheep have passed through this vineyard over here, eaten all the leaves off, they've eaten all the corn. So yeah, this time of year, as you can see, it's really dry and dusty, and they need all the green stuff that they can get. So that's what all this corn is for. So in our front field over here, the farmer's wife, Fernanda, I can see she's sitting over here and she's looking at the sheep now. Hi Fernanda! Hi! Yeah, so these sheep have eaten up all of the corn on all the other fields, and so now they're really hungry. So now it's our field's turn, and you can see they're really enjoying those figs over there as well. These are all the little baby lambs that have been born. How cute. So it hasn't been long, it's only been about an hour, and they've already decimated about a third of this field. And this field's about an acre. So it just shows you how quickly it can happen. Ciao! I'm in here! So our neighbour's coming back tomorrow. They're just walking the sheep home. It's very cool watching these guys. I mean, they are literally lawn mowers. And then obviously there's lots of sheep droppings going into the soil, which is brilliant, you know. All this is going to get ploughed back in, compost, fertilizer. I'm just walking back up to the farmhouse, and I don't know if you can see, but that is not cloud. That's got to be a huge fire. You can see the big difference there, like the smoke is covering the sun almost. So I have one last look at the corn, because it's not going to be here for long. Yeah, it's going to be kind of sad to see all this green go again. We had this in winter when all the hay got harvested and it was all just dust again, you know. That's necessary so that we can get our grass back and all the flowers, and you know, and winter can come back in. And we'll have completed a full year. Well, this has got to be quite a serious fire, because I mean, these clouds are quite extreme. And those aren't clouds, that's smoke. You can see the sort of amber colour at the bottom there. It's Monday the 14th, 7:24 at night, and this over here is smoke from a fire. You've got the sun going down behind there, so that's not the fire. The fire is actually originating over here, and I think the wind's blowing it in this direction. And then the heat of the air is rising up here and causing this formation. There's 1,042 firemen, 342 fire engines, and I think there's 15 aeroplanes. It's raining up on top of the Gardrunia Mountains now, and hopefully soon that rain's going to come down and land on the farm, because we haven't had any rain for the whole of summer, so it would be very nice to have some, and something to top up the wells and the dam. As you probably know, we're trying to get our car imported from the UK to Portugal. The reason why we're trying to do this is because cars are really expensive in Portugal, and as a person that's moved from England to Portugal and other parts in the EU, you can import one car free of paying the import tax, which they call ISV here. You probably know already, if you're looking into importing a car, that this ISV tax can be really high. So it's really great that you can do it free of ISV tax, but you have to do it within 6 months. Gina and I, we've been here for almost a year, Fortunately, because of COVID, they pushed that number to 12 months. So we were asking around to try and see where we could get help with this, because it's a very complicated process. It's all, all the paperwork's in Portuguese. You have to have connections at the licensing department, it helps to be able to speak the language. Obviously, we can't do that yet. So through word of mouth, we were recommended that we use a company in Covila called OKportugal. I don't want to say too much. I don't really want to complain on this channel, and I don't want to be about moaning and all of that. But let's just say the short of it is we definitely do not recommend them, and we won't be using their services ever again. And we are going to look and see if we can find another place that can help us with this. In Portugal, we've had such good experiences with people, and since we've been here, we felt really welcomed. People have been really kind, generous, open with us, and really helpful. And this was not the case with OKportugal. We found them to be incredibly rude, and we tried everything that we could to try and work out the situation. And I feel that we walk around with a very positive mental attitude, and that we're kind, and that we're good people. We don't walk around with a bad attitude. We aren't negative. We generally don't complain about things, and generally speaking, when we meet people, things go really well with them. So I'm really confused as to how bad of an experience that we had with OKportugal. I know there's a lot of other expats who've used them. I think people with the time limit, not being able to speak the language, feel quite pressurized into how do we do this? How do we do this quickly? We just need to get this done out the way, or we have to pay this massive tax, this ISV tax. And so you'll allow someone to sort of treat you badly or talk to you in a really bad, condescending tone. So I didn't really want to moan. I like to keep positive, but I just wanted to put that out there. We had a really bad experience with OKportugal, and we definitely wouldn't recommend them to anyone. We are going to be finding another company to help us with the importation of our car, and we'll make sure that when we have a good experience and a good connection, that we let everyone on our channel know. But anyway, let's get back to the rest of the program. Hey guys and girls, it's Friday the 18th of September 2020, 9:33 in the morning, and we are on our way to the vets to take little Mimo to get her last set of injections. We had to wait 4 weeks for this last injection, and after this one she is safe to go and mingle with other dogs, I believe. So we're going to be able to take her out, take her on walks, and start socializing her with other dogs and other people. So I looked on Google to try and figure out what the hell are we going to do now, because this other guy was from word of mouth, and I thought to myself, well, if this guy's a used car dealer and he's knows how to import a car, surely other used car dealers know how to import cars. So I opened up Google Maps, did a search in Fundao for used car dealerships, tried phoning a bunch of them, and was like, bon dia, fala inglés, and they were like, no. So none of them spoke English, and I was like, no, what am I going to do? And then on Google, all of a sudden, one popped up that does exotic cars, or they import exotic cars. I thought, this is perfect. Not that our car's exotic, but if their job is importing cars, these guys can definitely help us. I phoned up and asked the guy, fala inglés, and he said, yes, of course. And so far it's looking really good. After we get the dog done, we're going to drop them off at home, and we're going to head on there sort of lunchtime, and hopefully we've got all the papers and there's not going to be any more snags, because otherwise Gina and I are in a little bit of trouble, and we're not going to know what to do with this car. We're going to have to drive it back to England. There's a lockdown. It's going to be complicated. This is like the first really sort of rainy day that we've had since summer began. Last night it started raining, and as you can see, all of like the fields and everything around us are nice and soaked, and lots of clouds in the sky. It's a lot cooler as well, and 16.5 degrees according to the car, which is about half the temperature that we're used to. So you can see Gina's wearing like a jumper, and even though this is probably like English summer temperature, it feels really cold. We're at the vets now, and due to coronavirus lockdown, I can't go in at the same time as Gina, so I'm going to hang back in the car, and Gina can do all of the fun stuff.
All the hard work.
All the fun stuff Gina gets to do. So Mima's just come back from her little vet appointment, and Gina's saying what? She's put on 4 kilos.
4 kilos in a month.
4 kilos in 1 month. And she's got her microchip now, and her final injection. So now she can socialize with other doggies, which is pretty cool. Oh, what? In 1 week? Oh, okay. So we still have to wait another week. But yeah, it's important for us to get her socialized because obviously she's a big guardian breed, and if we don't get her socialized with other dogs and people, she could end up being quite a dangerous dog. You know, she's going to be enormous. So we've just dropped the puppy off, and we've come back, and it looks like our neighbor's sheep have found their way onto our field, and they're busy munching on our grapes in our vineyard. But that's okay. I mean, we don't mind. But I think all of this corn now that's been eaten was supposed to be rationed out. So yeah, I'm just trying to get hold of the farmer's son Sergio, just to let his dad know, you know, because they probably shouldn't be eating all of this food now. If they eat it all now, they're not going to have food later. Now we are heading off to Fundau to go and meet with this other company that imports cars, and hopefully they can help us matriculate this car. There is an issue where we might be out of time. Basically, you've got 6 months to do it, but during the coronavirus, they extended it to 12 months. Obviously, we haven't even been in Portugal for 12 months yet, so we should still be okay. But there is a chance that they might say, no, it's only 6 months. In that case, well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Okay, it's 3:10 now. We've been driving all over the place. We've done loads of mileage. We were supposed to meet this guy, or we thought we were meeting him in Fundau, but actually it turns out he's in Proença and Nova. We had a really good meeting. He seems like a really nice guy. On Tuesday he's going to send us the documents that we need to fill in. He's got copies of all of our documents, and he said it should take roughly a week or so until our car has been matriculated. If all goes well, I'm going to share his details with the YouTube channel, because I know there's loads of you who are probably in a position where you want to move to Portugal. You've got a really nice, reliable car that, you know, would cost you a fortune to go and rebuy here. And yeah, if this is a guy that can do it, and he does a good service, and he speaks English, and he's friendly, and you know, it could be a really good contact to have. So we'll keep you posted on that. So Gina and I are like ravenously hungry. It's 3 o'clock and we've only had breakfast.
Did you even have breakfast?
Actually, you know what? I didn't even have breakfast today because I woke up and we had to go to the vets, and we came back from the vets, and then we were late because we had to go food shopping, and then now we've come all the way here. Yeah, so I haven't even had breakfast. I mean, it's ridiculous. No wonder I feel terrible. But yeah, it's basically we are supposed to be eating healthily because we like to eat healthily, but we're going past Castelo Branco, and there's a place called Hamburgeria there, and they do hamburgers. And they also have Weissbier. I absolutely love Weissbier. I just can't say no to this stuff.
Although the internet does say it's closed.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Google Maps says that it's closed. I can't imagine that a hamburger joint in town is closed on a Friday. So yeah, so we're going to head on down there. We're going to have ourselves a burger, and yeah, hopefully it's open. So now we are. It's almost 4 o'clock. And Gina and I have reached like hunger level 10,000, and so we're starting to get quite grumpy with each other. Oh yeah, masks. It's a good point. Yeah, earlier on I went to Orchan in Castelo Branco, and I was happily shopping away until this lady comes up to me and goes, "Mascara!" And I realized I wasn't wearing a mask. I had to run out of the shop and stick on a mask. It was ridiculous. Right, so here's the place, just in front here. Hamburgeria. They do pretty decent hamburgers, and they have Weissbier. That's the most important part. Weissbier. Okay, so the bad news. Yeah, it's a complete fail. It's closed. Even though the door's open and they're all in there, it's closed. So now we're going to make our way back to our own village pub, and we're going to go and get something to eat there. And hopefully Gina and I will get there without biting each other's heads off, because Gina is incredibly angry right now.
I'm not angry.
It's all Gina's fault. rain is incredible. The farm is getting an absolute soaking. This is brilliant. It's pretty much been raining the whole day. Considering the fact that since the beginning of summer it hasn't rained at all, this is really going to be good. It's going to help refill all of our wells and our charca, which I like to call the dam, as everyone knows. So yeah, it's all good. So it's 4:30 now, and we can't go to a restaurant because the dog has literally been left inside since 9:30 this morning. At least our big dog, and then the little puppy went to the vets, and then we had to put them back inside the house and go all the way down to this place to try and sort the car out. And it's so late now, and we just can't leave the dogs locked up. I mean, it's ridiculous. So yeah, we're just gonna have to go home. No hamburger for us, no beer. It's a tragedy. So we're back on the farm, and yeah, we got the sheep here doing some work. And yeah, so we're going to have to take Dog out on a lead so that he doesn't chase them. It's been a long day, man. Jeez. I think we started this mission at about like 9:30, and now it's, I don't know, like 4:38. It's been a bit of a brutal one, but we're nearly there. Meh. We've got a bit of a sheep showdown going on here. Hello, sheeps. Goodbye, sheep. What's out? Yeah, sure. Yeah, so it's just about to start raining again, so she's going to get the sheep in. Cool. So, no more corn. Look at that. It's all flat. There actually is a little bit more corn down here, I see, so they haven't eaten all of that yet. But soon they will have everything. Wow. Oh wow, look at this rain. Jeez. That's really coming down now. Okay. Oh, and then it stopped. Right, let's get in before we get too wet. Geez, it's really coming down now. I don't know if you guys can see out here. Whoa! Okay, I'm getting my nice camera away from that. Jeez. Let's look out this side. Wow. Lovely rain. Just what we need.